team that they've run into, they've done well, except, of course, our world champs right here. Here we have it. Ascended, your purple team. Amaterasu, your orange team. ASU obviously stands for Amaterasu State University here as we're getting ready for our bands.
Yeah, those bands are going to be rolling in. And of course, Ascended, not much to fear, I don't think. At least that's where I would be if I were in their shoes. You dispatch this team 2-0 by a wide margin, as we saw Hoopa getting banned out. JL not going to get their comfort pick here, and Slowbro back on the other side, really not a Pokemon that ASU wants to contend with.
And right here, we have that built-up bear on the side of Ascended. They gave them their Urshifu, and they are going to take it right here. I've got to assume that ASU wants to pick up this Mew, but it doesn't look like it, actually. We've got a Snorlax and a Clefable on the side of Amaterasu. Boy, I think you're just handing over Ascended the keys to the castle right now. I'm so worried about these picks.
Yeah, I mean, Mew looks incredibly strong just on paper, but maybe it doesn't fit into the texture of where they want to go. Oblivion gladly picking up a Blastoise, locking that in with more than 5 seconds left, and Elo taking the Sylveon. So here we go. We might be missing out a key piece of information. Amaterasu has the opportunity for Mew if they want it. We'll see if they go in that direction. Nudo, a player that can use so many different Pokemon, has to feel comfortable with what their options are. And Yeet Fan, great work last year on the Decidueye.
Nudo grabbing the Garchomp right here. Very interesting choice. I don't know if I've seen them run this Pokemon. Yeet Fan, of course, on the Decidueye. We all know Yeet Fan's Decidueye, probably the most famous Decidueye in the world. As we're looking for the final lock-ins here from Ascended, taking the Mime and taking the Eldegoss. Mew just nowhere to be found. Honestly, I'm shocked.
I'm a bit surprised too. Mew has so much versatility, it's really hard to put it in a position where it's completely fighting from behind and ineffective. But here we go. Neither of these teams want Mew on the docket. Trainer locking in Glaceon as their last pick. We're going to see these Pokemon shuffle around to different players here, and we'll see exactly who is on what going into Game 1 of our grand finals of the February finals.
Both of these teams look incredibly solid. I've been watching Slash on this Mime, and they are secretly one of the best Mimes in the world, without question. Kyrios on the Urshifu. Overlord once again on that Blastoise. I don't know if anyone makes a Blastoise look like the, strongest carry Pokemon in the game like Overlord. It's unbelievable what he's able to do.
Yeah, they take it into the top path too. Normally when we see a Blastoise locked in, they at least make a trip through that central area. Overlord keen on just staying up top and doing their work there. That's kind of like their home, their bread and butter. That's where they like to stay.
Here we go. Game number 1. Let's see what Amaterasu can do here. Again, they need to take 2 series off the former world champs right now. Ascended looking fantastic throughout this tournament. Haven't dropped a single series. Made their way here through that winner's bracket, and they want to shut this thing down in 2 and show that they're the best in the world still.
Snorlax coming across the way, rolling it, gonna try, JL on the Snorlax, gonna try and put some pressure on Kyrios, who's just a cub food. They're chipping him for a lot of damage, and Snorlax just taking that buff, that red buff, gonna go straight for the blue one, see if they can take out this Acelgor and get themselves a 2-for-1 on their trip across the map.
You know, the only bad thing about Urshifu is Cub Fu. That really is it. It's really difficult to stop something like this. Anyone has a tough time with dad bod Snorlax right here coming into your central area, but Cub Fu maybe more than most.
Listen, it looks like it's ready for a vacation, but it brought its laptop. It's working from home a little bit, getting it done for the squad, playing very far forward, giving time for the rest of the squishier Pokemon to head back towards their goal zone, as JL is going to make it out unscathed and still double buffed.
Taking a look at our top path, we can see it's still a Cub Fu up there, so they're going to need to get some experience at the 850 birds right here. So we got this fight breaking out. Yeet Fan ready to secure some of this, trying to get their 5. JL in a little bit of trouble here, but you just can't take down that Snorlax. Actually makes it out of there.
Yeah, good positioning by JL to avoid the confusion barrier combo there, and not getting chipped up by a ton of damage, able to get some birds before they make their way up top. Rolling it though, really needs to hit this evolution, get the Clefable so it can start picking up this Dartrix and let it get to work here. Kyrios finally ticking over to level 5.
Here we go. We've got that wicked blow now. Now it's going to be pretty difficult to take anything away from that Urshifu, but they held it back for a long time. That was actually really impressive from the side of Amaterasu. They know what they needed to do. They needed to put that Pokemon behind the ball there, and they did. 8-minute spawn happening here in the center of the map as we actually have a big fight happening in the top path. Overlord looking to pick up a KO. That's a double.
KO streak of 2 for the Wartortle. You were talking about how strong they make these Pokemon look. You said Blastoise. How about Wartortle? Getting in there, getting it done, willing to battle. Trainer not going to let them get away unscathed. Going to throw some Icicle Spears into Overlord. Make sure that they make it back to their goal zone. Elo just chucking the Pollen Puffs around, making sure that their strongest player does not go down.
Overlord looking extremely impressive here. And I think the most impressive thing that I'm seeing on the side of Amaterasu is how much, again, that they've held back that Urshifu. Only level 7 right now as they come in for a big KO. The confusion into the light screen. Here comes the Mystical Fire. Curios in a little bit of trouble, but you know what? Who's in more trouble is that Snorlax going down here.
And all of a sudden, Amaterasu is feeling the pressure, and they are starting to leak like an old faucet. They are just giving up KOs all over the place, and they cannot find any ground to do any work on. Yeet Fan sitting in the gravity, going to keep themselves spaced out as they're trying to chuck in some damage, but they're still sitting at Dartrix. Here comes JL, going to try and bubble up for the squad, but Ascended is rotating down early. They are ready to go, and they have the positional advantage. Sylveon getting the Mystical Fire, Slash Can holding it down in the face of 3 by themselves, and this is just peak top tier Pokemon Unite play out of the world champions. They take it. The Snorlax caught on the backside. They're going to get KO'd. They're going to try and block their way out, but there's too much damage there. Urshifu sealed it up for the squad, and yeah, that's a Spirit Shackle, but that ain't going to do much.
Unbelievable play there from Ascended. I mean, it's a chef kissing their fingers. They should call that chef's kiss. I swear to you, Ascended just set that up perfectly. The second Urshifu made it to the bottom path, it was ready for a secure. They knew exactly how to set that up. Perfect timing on chipping down the HP there for Ascended, and that's why they're the world champs.
Blastoise level 9. That's Overlord hitting it right above the 630 mark, and that is very impressive. One of the highest level players on Ascended on the map, and they're pushing into the face of JL. They want another one. Those screens are bubbling in, rolling, stuck. Slash is going to try and pick up another player here as Oblivion's getting chunked in by the Glaceon. Icicle Spears, but those, that Draining Kiss Mystical Fire going back the other way. The birds are going to be contested here. Slash and Oblivion might have to buy a little time and retreat as no, it's too late. They get KO'd. Glaceon going to sit on their goal pad. Amaterasu going to get a good amount of birds, and this is the experience that they need to be looking for.
Amaterasu is actually tearing them apart right now. Curios coming in to try to stop this. These are 4 members of Amaterasu right here. I don't know if there's much you can do. No, there isn't. Another one goes down. The range damage is just incredible, and they're taking this bottom tier 1 goal. Amaterasu coming right back in this game. Their Garchomp evolving in the top path. Things are falling into place for them right now.
A great counter punch by Amaterasu, able to get the score line back to parity here. And of course, the Regieleki is flying into the face of Amaterasu, but they are fine with that exchange. Overlord going to go be a menace in the face of the Decidueye, or at least try to, forced to retreat. It is, in fact, a close battle on more axis than one, Spraggles.
Here we go. They're moving down to this bottom path. We're following the Overlord, just getting ready for the big rapid spin. They're pulling back a little bit. Nice Unite move from the Decidueye. Looks like they're pushing them back. And Nudo actually heading back to base so that they can be part of this big fight. Running down here. There's the rapid spin, pushing back, rolling. Gonna have to retreat here a little bit as it looks like Ascendant's in a great position. Huge Unite move from the Blastoise. Let's go.
Chips up 3 into the Glaceon Unite, trying to fight back the other way, but they're stuck on their goal pad. Sylveon getting a KO streak of 2. Blastoise getting credit for 1 as well. Yeah, JL's trying to do the best they can. Eldegoss sealing up the Registeel, and that is an attack boost for the squad as they're pushing forward. They want this goal zone. Just rolling it, going to try and make it happen, but no, that goal zone is dusted. The gravity is there, but it doesn't matter. The pressure is on. The rapid spin is happening. The water spout buys time, and Ascended is gone like a thief in the night.
Ascended just looks so phenomenal in these fights. It feels so effortless from them. I don't know if I said they'd beat me by 1,000 most games, but I'm thinking maybe 3,000 or 4,000 at this point. This team is just so unbelievable. It feels like everything they do is premeditated, and at the same time, they're so loose and able to react to what the enemy team is doing.
Yeah, I mean, this was all in the face of a great Amaterasu counter push where a couple players went down. They got a lot of points, and Ascended kept their composure and were able to make it happen. happen at the next objective almost immediately, and all the spacing that they're getting is huge, and the KOs they're giving up are on like the Eldegoss, another Hydro Typhoon coming out, and that is Overlord in the face of 2. Yeet Fan and Trainer have a ton of damage. They're putting the pressure on, and somehow Overlord is still standing and gets a KO on the Decidueye, pushing back the other way. They are not long for this world, but the damage has been done as the rest of Ascended pulls up for the smoke, and they get a KO streak of 2, does Curios. Took me a long time to get to level 5, but how about level 13 as they're getting chipped up? Oblivion gonna try and save them from JL. They dart across, no way. JL wants this one bad, and they fall just short as the pressure's on Curios. They get the berry, and they spin for the KO. Are you kidding me? Curios, you are not built the same.
No way! Ascend. How did they get out of that? How did Blastoise get that Decidueye? How did Curios survive through that onslaught from Amaterasu, just being chased down by the Snorlax? Unbelievable plays. Looking at the side of Amaterasu right here, they've got some big stuff to be excited about. A level 13 Glaceon, level 12 Garchomp right here. Level-wise, they're not doing too bad, but we've got a couple of big monsters on the side of Ascended as well coming in here. Here's the Rapid Spin, just possibly looking to try to steal this Registeel, and the big arrow secures it there for Amaterasu. 10 seconds now till Rayquaza, and actually Amaterasu's in a decent position for this fight.
Yeah, 2:03 left on the clock. Rayquaza's about to hit. Amaterasu making a move, you know, like to flip. They're already chunking damage in. Rolling it, playing very far forward. Curious trying to close the gap. Trainer getting bubbled out by the Mr. Mime. Slash is buttoning them up. Oblivion going in. They're going to try and make something happen here. Rapid Spin, Water Spout, all over. They're rolling it. They're really spacing them out well as Ascended, as Amaterasu's coming through the pipeline here, and they can close it out if they want to. They can barrier them up. They're trying to engage on the Mr. Mime. That's Slash. Slash, showtime, baby. Spirit Fingers right in the guts of the other squad. One player down. That's the Mr. Mime. Decidueye Unite comes out. One player down for Amaterasu. Of course, they're trying to make it happen. They're trying to pressure Trainers so low, and they're trying to chase them down. Nudo is in the front lines. Curios can wicked blow them to the finish line if they can get it off. Nudo down to the Blastoise Overlord. The push is on. 2 players down for Ascended. Amaterasu just looking at Garchomp. JL's on the chase. Spraggles, we might have a re-engage here as Overlord takes out 3. Are you kidding me? The leash is on the wrong Pokemon. 3 players down for both sides, and there's nobody up to flip this thing.
Oh, amazing. JL chasing that one down, not letting this Urshifu get away this time. Amaterasu with a fantastic fight. Ascended somehow surviving in moments that I couldn't believe they would, and Amaterasu doing the same thing as we've got to re-engage right here. Garchomp onto this Rayquaza. We've got the Mystical Fire. Sylveon jumping in, trying to knock it out. Blastoise spinning it down right here. Ascended does not want them to flip this here as Amaterasu is trying to make their final push.
A great pin by JL onto Elo and the Blastoise Overlord. They're trying to move forward. The Shadow Stitch comes through, doesn't catch anybody. 2 players down for Amaterasu. Roland and JL are in the guts of this thing. They're trying to make it happen, but it's too late. It's Overlord getting credit for it. They're moving to score here, and Ascendant's got a lot of money in their pockets. Aos Energy about to rein in. Duck it time, double points. Here we go. Amaterasu, lots of work to be done.
Beautiful plays there by Ascended. Just make sure they spent all the time that they could trying to KO members of Amaterasu. And then finally, when they had the opportunity, securing that Rayquaza. They were up the whole time, so they were really able to let Amaterasu make a lot of the decisions. And all they had to do is move with them and KO them as they went. Amaterasu will get the first pick here, so we'll see what they want to take away from Ascended.
I'm thinking back of Shades of last year, Yeet and Trainer on the Decidueye Greninja combo. I think that's something they can get. It's definitely a comfort in their wheelhouse. How successful can it be? I don't know, but just like Nouns Esports, I like to see them go back to the well of success and see if they can pull something out from there that can lead them to a Game 2 victory.
Bans here, Slowbro and Clefable. We're seeing some really interesting bans here from North America. Maybe not what we would expect, as it looks like Amaterasu is going to be able to get that first pick onto Hoopa.
And then that is immediately an Urshifu being locked in. That's the easiest pick we've seen and the fastest one we've seen locked in. Mew still nowhere on these teams' radars here, but this is a good opportunity. I think you can get Decidueye and maybe Greninja. Maybe Decidueye now. You can definitely get Greninja last if that's a route you want to go. But looks like we're hovering a little switch up to a different fairy-type Pokemon. We're going to go Sylveon and probably Snorlax here.
Snorlax makes a lot of sense. JL's Snorlax was unbelievable unbelievable last game. I mean, the plays that they made were fantastic, so I definitely understand them bringing that out. Overlord possibly bringing Lucario out to play, which could be pretty amazing. Ooh, grabbing the mime. Just want to hand it over to Slash, it looks like.
Yep, I guess that might put Elo on Blissey duty here as Yeet Fan and Trainer have an opportunity to lock in some powerful Pokemon for themselves. What are we looking at? Trainer does have a mean Zoroark, so that would be a heck of a place to go here. Game 2 back against the wall. It looks like that's the one that's going to stay. Yeet Fan locking in Dodrio. Is Trainer going to say Zoroark? Yes.
Now we got a final pick here from Ascended. I can't believe if they do get Mew, I can't believe it's going this late. It wasn't even picked up last game, but here we go. Mew on the side of Ascended right here. Both of these teams look pretty fierce, but I mean, they've got some of the biggest powerhouse Pokemon on Ascended. You've got Urshifu and you have Mew. Very, very scary.
I'm looking at these players shuffle around as they get to the Pokemon that they're going to be playing in this matchup here. Elo now picking up the Mr. Mime and Slash back on Blissey, showing that this team is forever in flux. They have their special picks, which means in this particular case, you know, Slash's Blissey is just that much better than Elo's Blissey, that Slash is off of Mime so that Elo can play Mime so they can maximize that power across the board. That is truly a skill, truly the signs of a skillful team.
Here we go. Amaterasu, like you said before, their backs against the ropes right now. If they lose this, it's over. Ascended becomes your grand finals champions here in the February finals for North America.
This could be the last foray these teams have at this thing. Ascended trying to keep their day going a little longer. Ascended like, yeah, we want some dinner. 7:30 Eastern. We want to go eat a little something. Trainer going to be taking this central area, going to be leveling up quickly, trying to get to Zoroark in short order.
It looks like we don't have these Snorlax heading to that central area as we had earlier. Maybe they thought, hey, they kind of know that play. They know what we're up to. Let's get some experience down here for our Sylveon in the bottom path.
Well, it doesn't seem to be slowing down Amaterasu at all, as Yeet Fan is already the Mystical Fire Sylveon trying to put in some work and pressuring Ascended for them to stay on their goal zone. Rolling it, doing a good job buying space and time, but Elo and Oblivion are all over them. They are chunking huge amounts of damage. Little light screen might be able to screen them off, and it does. Electro Ball comes through, and they are just not too... Look at the cutoff on the boosted auto by Yeet Fan to make sure that that Snorlax doesn't go down. A great little play there as Ascended is trying to defend their goal zone from the top.
And we've got a fight breaking out here on the top path, and that right there is a rapid strike, Urshifu. We are not seeing the single strike. The rapid strike coming in here with the combos, kicking and dashing and kicking and punching, able to pick up a double KO and score some points as well.
Flowing like water is Curios on that bear, and they are level 6 way earlier in this game than they were in last game, and that cannot bode well for Amaterasu and their particular game plan. Oblivion now just holding it down by themselves in the bottom path. That's the faith that they have in this player, Spraggles.
And it looks like we've got a little bit of a central area fight happening between this water bear and possibly the Zoroark as it runs back towards its central area right now. Slash in a little bit of trouble, possibly going down here, chased down by the Hoopa. That's a KO. Overlord gonna have to back up right now as Nudo still only has 2 heads. We gotta get a Dodrio out here.
Yeah, you gotta get a Dodrio. We gotta see how many hats that Dodrio's wearing. Of course, Curios looking to go straight into the face of 2, rolling it, and Trainer are not gonna let them off the hook. And it looks like Trainer actually bails out, so Curios might be able to make it to safety here. Slash with the pickup, a nice little egg. Time to eat up. You said you were hungry. Trainer gonna get KO on the Blissey, but you'd much rather have it be on the Blissey than on Curios, that water bear.
Trainer coming in right here, just fighting so incredibly well. Curios in trouble, gonna have to pull back, grab this berry right now. Trainer deciding if they want to push back in, and they don't. Actually peeling off this gold, maybe looking for a little bit of a bait. Finding Overlord right here with the heavy slam and the feint attack. Not able to get it though. The KO goes to the side of Ascended right here as Dodrio's in trouble now.
Little did Amaterasu know that Mew was just hiding out, and as soon as that Snorlax popped out of the brush, that was a huge solar beam right into the grill of the entire Amaterasu squad that was trying to posture for a surprise attack of their own. Pull up with the Mew, pull up with the Lord, pull up with the Slash, and you're just getting it done. KO's raining back the other way, and now Ascended's going to be able to get off of this one scot-free. Regice has hit the map.
Regice in the bottom path right now, and Slash is making their way there as fast as they possibly can, running that X speed right here. Regice now at half. We're gonna reset, get back into this fight. It's really anyone's ability to take this right now. Let's see who gets the secure, and that's gonna go over to the Zoroark from Amaterasu.
Great clutch out by Trainer there. The team needed that, specifically on how the early game was going. Elo getting pressure, they're getting collapsed on Trainer, and Roland want that KO, they get it. They really need to do some work on this goal zone. They have a good opportunity for an overcap here. It's going to be quick math, 24, 14 points, right? 14, 24.
It's impossible to do math quickly, Doob Snacks. I'd need an hour to figure that out, but I'm going to say that you're right. Amaterasu ahead, 140 to 50. Quick math, I'll never figure it out.
90 points. Bragos, we got it done. We're a friendship. We're forging friendships here. Hyperspace Highway is up, and the team Ascended is up, and the pressure is on. They're fighting from their own goal zone, and Trainer getting quick points in so they can stack up, but that results in a KO. Too easy for them as the Dodrio catches a reset. They're not going to come back through, and if they do, they're a day late, dollar short, because Ascended is all over this goal zone. The birds are actually leashing to them. The Hyperspace Highway is open, but the goal zone is gone. It doesn't matter. And Ascended, Oblivion using their Unite move. They want to take out Roland. That Solar Beam goes wide. Ray Finkel, they're going to put the pressure on, rolling it down. They can't stop them. Rapid Spin, Water Spout, and an auto attack gets it done. Ascended onto the Regieleki.
There we go, able to take this Regieleki here. No one from Amaterasu is able to stop them right now. 154 to 100. We'll never know the score difference between those two numbers, but I know that Amaterasu is up right here. However, this push could really be happening from the side of Ascended.
Yeah, Trainer trying to catch the team off guard, but the Bliss assistance comes through on the Mr. Mime straight into the Showtime. They're all over this goal zone. That's great in tandem. Hoopa Unite comes out, and that's how they're going to try to hold this thing back. They're trying to stun them down, and they're trying to put the pressure on. One player down for Ascended. They're losing numbers quickly here. They're getting shredded by damage, but as soon as I say that, guess who's in the cut but Overlord, the straight Battle Ninja Turtle out here, getting it done. KO streak of 3, the goal zone hits, the goal zone's gone. Regieleki hits its mark, and Overlord does their job as Curios needs to make it out. Overlord is sacrificing their body for the squad, and Amaterasu has their backs truly against the wall.
Wow, unbelievable there. Once again, Overlord should go down before it picks up the KO, but it doesn't. Takes down the Sylveon on its way out. Regirock getting extremely low right here. We need a secure on the side of Ascended, but Amaterasu just takes it with the Snorlax right there. Actually ends up getting sent home through their Unite move.
We call that perfect timing. Amaterasu getting their second basement Regi of the game, but Ascended acting like it just doesn't matter. JL and Roland are going to try and get this KO on Slash. Look at that passive ability by the Snorlax, able to outpace Slash to that berry, and they go down, but that is a lot of players forced to collapse on a poor Blissey just to get that KO.
Now, Ascended has a great position in front of them with no tier 2 goal up for Amaterasu. Every single one of these Regielekis are so much more valuable for Ascended, and they're so much more dangerous from the side of Amaterasu. We're going to have to see what Amaterasu wants to do about this, as we've got this top Regi spawning in just about 15 seconds right here. Dodrio looking for a fight. Yes, pushing in with that big drill pack.
Grabs the berry, and that Hydro Typhoon doesn't hit a single player there as everybody kind of portals downstairs, and this is the push they're actually trying to make as JL pulls all of Amaterasu onto the bottom path goal zone. A little surf coming through, buying space. The stuns are out. Trainer still trying to do it and get it done on top of the Mew in the backline here, but now they're caught out. They're able to collapse on them, and Curios and the Blissey in tandem get the KO there. So a good little defensive stand by Ascended. Great rotation by them, and really sussed out and snuffed out Amaterasu's plan.
That's right. Felt like a very exciting sort of trick play from the side of Amaterasu. Make them think you're coming for top Regieleki. Hoopa portal the entire team down there to that tier 2 goal, but Ascended reacted lightning fast, made their way down there, and they couldn't score a single point. You
have to give credit to the defender and the support player there who were able to get back and hold down that goal zone in the face of a ton of damage until their damage support arrived to give them that necessary bailout.
Regieleki secured here by Ascended. That's going to be walking towards their main base, and we only have 20 seconds now until Rayquaza hits the map. Regirock, this should be an easy secure for the side of Ascended, because really no one from Amaterasu can do anything about it. Maybe Hoopa can get a heroic secure, but it's really unlikely right here. They're just chipping it down right now and seeing if they can take this. Hoopa coming in for a secure, possibly. No, Blissey is able to take that here as we have Amaterasu scoring the top path. This game is 217 to 218. I can do that. 1 point, Doob Snacks.
1 point difference. Ascended trying to posture around Rayquaza. I'm not sure how they feel about their lead. Trainer's caught out, but Slash gets taken out by JL. Nudo's engaging on Overlord. Overlord taking a ton of damage. The Mew shot coming through to buy some space here as the Mime is there as well. Elo going to try and support and get into the way for Overlord to buy some time. They're blinked out. They're going to come back through that portal, and Roland is looking for the heavy slam engage. Can they block up? Big Unite move, chips up 3. The stuns are out for JL as well. They're trying to find their mark, but it's the Water Bear coming through. Blue Shifu putting the pressure on the big Hoopa that is unbound. We're moving forward, moving through. Hydro Typhoon comes through, doesn't hit anybody, but now the Blastoise Rapid Spin Water Spout is all over the other team. 2 players down, and Blue Shifu gets credit for both of them. 1 player down for Ascended, and Overlord is getting chipped, and Yeet Fan wants this KO. They're on the chase, but the boosted auto out of the Blastoise pushes them back. The Solar Beam comes through as well for Ascended, and look at Nudo getting cheeky, gonna score 100 on the backside, but it's Ascended pressuring the bottom path goal zone. They get a hundo burger into their own, I believe. Excuse me, plus 54 by the Blissey. Ascended looking good, Amaterasu looking good, and they want to fight in the middle.
Here we go, 317, 372. Ascended is now up, so Amaterasu is going to need to do something right here. They only have a bottom goal to score on. Ray is on the center of the map, but no one is able to touch it. They are completely zoned out by Ascended right here. Just poking it a little bit to see if they can bait members of Amaterasu to come on in right here as Roland jumps in, trying to make something happen. The Rapid Spin Water Spout chunking them down, doing some damage right now. Again, they need to do something. They have to make a score happen. No, Zoroark is going down. Snorlax is being chased out, and they need to make a play here, Doob Snacks.
10 seconds left. It ain't gonna happen, Chief. We're gonna need a Dodrio play. We're gonna need a Hoopa play. We're gonna see if anybody gets their points, and Overlord trying to make it happen. Everybody's stalling out. They're trying to get points, and +2 ain't gonna do it. Not today. That's a day late, dollar short. 4 points is not enough onto that total. Ascended, baby. Getting it done in February.
Ascended, your world champs, the reigning world champions here, making it look easy. Win